Let me start with you, Mr. Elijah. Uh, in this context, what is entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur is someone that start a business or run a business. So running a business requires a lot of things. About you need to get the financial knowledge of managing a business. You need to understand people management. You need to understand the tax related issue. You need to understand sales and marketing. It doesn't just get in the skills and start selling like that. There are some basic things that comprises this entrepreneurship. So for you to run is to be an entrepreneur.
So it's sorry, let me cut it short. It's about skills, getting skills, and of course, knowing how to use that skills rightly to grow a business.
Yes. So the first thing, there are two phases in it. You need to get the skills that is required to run a business. If you don't get a skill, you can't run a business with it. For instance, I want to run a furniture business. I need to get the skills of either I'm a carpenter or the skills required to run that furniture business. So basically what we do in EduJob is we provide you with the skills that you need, the basic skills to start, that you can build upon, for you to run a business. For you can learn leatherworks, you can learn fashion design. For someone that have gone through a training on fashion design training, we expect that when you finish from this programs, you go through our business training clinics. We expect you to be able to open a shop whereby you could run it, so that you should be in business within the next 1 to 2 years. When I mean next 2 years, it's not that we expect you after 2 years to stop, but at least you should not just stop in the training phase. That is why you say once you, for learning the skills, you are still a trainee. Then when you start using it, you have become an entrepreneur.
Learning a skill, is it only about, you said there are other stages involved in this entrepreneurship thing.
Yes.
So learning a skill is just one part of it.
Certainly.
And then the other parts, how do we go about?
Skills.
Yes.
Knowledge is about applied, wisdom is about applied knowledge. So once you learn a skill, you need to apply it. A lot of persons, you see some persons, they've learned these skills, they've learned these skills, they've learned these skills, but are they using it? Learning the skills to generate income for themselves. That is why I said, when I was defining entrepreneurship, someone that start a business or run a business, the reason why you start a business is to make money. So once you've learned the skills, you want to start using it to generate money, generate income for yourself. You get what I'm saying? So that alone is entrepreneurship. So the stages involved, there are some checkbox you need to know. Like one is, like I said, financial management. Money will be coming into your hands. How do you manage money that comes to your hands? Sales and marketing. If you need to get more clients, you need to get customers, you need to know how to handle them. That's where the customer management comes in terms of saying, you are in a state, you are in a country, you need to pay tax. You need to understand all these basics. So if you don't understand this basic, that's why what we do basically, we put you into the business clinic. We have a business community.
No, Mr. Elijah, we'll come to all of that, what EduJobs does about entrepreneurship. But Mr. Gift, can you give us your perspective of what we're discussing today?
Okay, entrepreneurship, like my colleague rightly submitted, it's about someone, an individual, setting up a business or businesses, and then that person is conversant with the risk of that is in line with that kind of business, and at the end of the day, such person is hoping that he or she will be able to make profit out of the business. So for me, entrepreneurship is something that everyone needs, whether you are employed gainfully or you're working under someone. You need to have a skill. You need to learn something that will be able to distinct you amongst every other person. So for me, entrepreneurship should be all about, people should key into it, especially for the benefits that it has. One, before you become an entrepreneur, you should have sat yourself down, put some things together, and then look at the kind of business that you want to do. tailor it according to what is within the environment where you reside or where you are domiciled, and then calculate the risk that is associated with the kind of business. And then you should be very conscious of the fact that yes, at the end of the day, I will definitely be looking at profit making.
Okay.
So entrepreneurship.
Sorry. Let me come in briefly. Can we? Okay, entrepreneurship. We know what it is, but for benefit of some people, can we perhaps break it down to a level that?
Exactly my question. Entrepreneurship. Is it? In local parlance, the learn work, you go learn like handwork or something.
Okay. Well, you're going to learn something. Someone that is going to learn a skill is not really an entrepreneur yet. Entrepreneur involves you setting up a business. It's very much different from when you're learning a skill. You understand? Of course, you are learning a skill. The reason is so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to set up business that will make you self-reliant. You understand? But as an entrepreneur that you are, someone is addressing as an entrepreneur, I think that should be at the second stage of after learning the skills. You must have learned something over time, and then you give yourself to it, commit yourself to it. You don't give up. You just you are passionate about it, and then you are conversant with the risk associated with the business, and you are hopeful that yes, at the end of the day, tomorrow is going to be looking good with profits that will be coming out from it.
Okay, Mr. Elijah, I was just going to ask if we can perhaps put the two together. Like he said in local parlance, person where they learn work, and after you have learned the work, you want to open a business. Can we marry it together?
We cannot, in the sense that if you don't, like I said, it's a two-phase thing. The phase one is I want to learn the work. If I don't use that work, it's not entrepreneurship. I only just acquire the skills. So it goes beyond acquiring the skills. It's implementing what you've learned. I went to learn work. I learned shoemaking, for example. I learned welding. If I learn it at the end, I didn't open shop, I didn't do anything about it, will you call such person an entrepreneur? No. Because you didn't apply it. So that's why I said, when I was defining entrepreneurs, I said an entrepreneur is someone that set up a business. So someone that has already learned the skills, then decide to open a business or start from his house or wherever he is to start doing something with it with the intention of making profits. That is basic what it is. Because if we don't understand it from this concept, people here will have learned something that's I'm an entrepreneur. When you're not using it, you understand, it's going beyond the skill acquisition phase. You like there are some the apprenticeship models that operates in the East, whereby they go and learn from their master. Maybe they serve their master for 7 years. At the end of it, they set them up and they start running. At that point when they are being set up, they are now an entrepreneur. They can now stand on their own, run a business on their own. But at that stage where they are still learning, it assumes that they are gaining the relevant skills to set up a business in future.
So the first thing is you have to acquire a skill.
Yes. You must have a skill. Then use it to make money.
And then move on to the next stage.
Yes.
Which involves
setting up a business.
All right.
Okay. So once you've opened the setting up a business, the setting up a business doesn't mean that you go and get a shop. You can decide to work from home. Okay. As long as you are providing services or you are providing goods in exchange for money, you understand? Okay, yes, you are in business.
Okay. So as long as you're providing services,
yes,
that you've learned the skill for, then it means you are an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Okay. So I would want to think that that stage would now involve a lot of finance, isn't it?
Yes. It's not all the time, because that's one mistake most entrepreneurs make. That for you to start, you need finance. Sometimes you start from where you are. For someone that is providing services, as a goods and services, I'm providing service. For example, I'm a fashion designer. And in that period, I have a sewing machine. I don't need to go and get a shop first to start producing clothes. From my house, people can approach me. I can take advantage of the social media channels, the Facebook, the WhatsApp, all the social media platforms, to tell people what I do, and I can be getting job from them till I generate enough money to set up. So by doing that, as long as I'm providing that service, I'm an entrepreneur. That's why I said money, you just need some basic things to start. For example, someone is a carpenter. You have the basic work to start. You can start from something. Or an electrician. You can start from the level you are. You just, as long as you have that small little investment of that, you can use as work tools to start. As where funding comes in is when you are expanding. That's why they'll tell you when you want to scale up, you need funding. But first you start with the basic, with the minimal amount to set up. Then from there, from your house, from your store, wherever you are, then you now grow. Like business is, you grow it. It's not overnight. It's not something that happens within 24 hours. You grow from stage 1 to stage 2. That's why when I was talking earlier, I talked about there are some basic things you need to know. If you don't have those skills, it says something that I hit into. It says you also need to consider the risk. Every business you need to go into, you should know at least some basic things in it. You don't just go in, because a lot of persons go into business and they go out. That's why because when I'm saying, people say, it's just training. What if I want to sell clothes? I want to sell shoe. I want to sell this. Do I need to go and be trained as a fashion? No, but you need to be trained on sales. It can be an apprenticeship. There's one called formal training and informal training. You can do an informal training. Maybe you are learning under someone to understand how it works, the challenges for a period of time. You know the prices, you know the client, you know the market, you know the suppliers of these things. So once you've gained those skills, those experience, then you can now fly on your own. So that is why we always say the skill part is the most important thing. So with that, then funding can be coming in gradually for you to be expanding till you get to your level.
Okay, all right, Mr. Gift. Let me
okay.
Considering the nature of the Nigerian economy, and of course the number of youths that don't have jobs, what do you think they can do to perhaps establish themselves, get themselves busy doing something, putting food on their table?
Well, thank you very much. You see, one problem especially that I have seen amongst my peers, because I'm also a youth, is our mindset. We have opportunities surrounding us, but what kind of orientation do we have? Do we still have that traditional belief in the concept of process, that if we want to engage ourselves, if we want to become relevant, we want to become self-reliant, we want to become independent, we have to key into something that one will tomorrow be able to put food on the table, be able to do a lot of things and live a comfortable life. The Nigerian youth first needs to change the kind of mindset they have. We need to work on our mindset. The orientation we have generally is now that the orientation we have now is people are not ready to work. They are not ready for anything hard work. The youths are not ready for hard work. They are just waiting for any opportunity that they
when you say the youths are not ready for hard work, I don't know how it
sorry to
sounds
cut
for some.
in. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, because when you
hard
work,
the word hard work is relative. The reason I'm saying that is because looking at Edo State, for instance, we have a society in Edo State. Edo State is just like, to me, just a society where we have young brains that have been employed negatively. They've gotten themselves, majority of the youth, they've gotten themselves involved in so many illicit activities, all in a bid to acquire quick wealth. They are not ready for anything that would take them time. That's why I mean hard work. They're not ready for anything that would take them 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. They don't want that kind of job or that kind of skills that they will learn, and then they'll have to be patient with the process for a period of time before they start making ends meet from it. They have a lot of friends they are looking up to as role models. This one has Formatic, Benz, this one has Lexus, and all of this. That's why I said we need to change our mindset. The orientation we have as youths, we need to change it and accept that, yes, we need to accept the diligence, that there is diligence in hard work. Until we accept that, no matter how good whatever we are preaching the skill is, people will just admire it, but they will not key into it. I am a youth and I am talking from a very realistic angle. So we need to look at what kind of mindset do I have? Am I ready to accept the processes involved in actualizing this particular thing I want to go into? Am I ready to follow? Am I ready to take that trade? Am I ready to go that path? Am I ready to be patient with the process and learn everything so that tomorrow I myself can mentor people? What kind of lifestyle, what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind for the future generation? We are the future leaders of tomorrow. So what kind of orientation, what kind of legacy, what exactly are we working on that tomorrow people can make reference to and say, yes, it was at this particular stage of these people that we have something like this. So for me, youth, yes, the economy we can work with. Youth, they have power. Of course, youth is just is the age between the childhood and the adulthood. That's what we can say in a layman. That's what the youth is. The stage where we have vigor, we have the strength and everything, and if we want to really do something, we will be able to do it with all the energy and commitment. But we need to change our mindset and into channeling our vibes, our energy, our experience to something positive. So except we work on ourselves, we work on the kind of orientation we have, we will just be preaching all of this and people will keep doing what they're doing.
But realistically, do you think that, like you said, realistically, in this present economy, yes, that the Nigerian youth can really establish themselves and go into entrepreneurship?
Yes, sir. It's very possible.
In what ways?
Well, for me, the way they can do it is, there are a lot of ways, but one of it is to scarce for information. They will have to scout for information available within them, the information that will be able to acquaint them with what they need to key into so that they can become relevant. We have social media is there, we have the radio, the television, and what have you. They have all these mediums available to seek for opportunities surrounding them. But sadly, again, I have to quickly tell you, for instance, Edo Job is not broadcasted on DSTV. It's broadcasted on the local channels that we have within the state. How many of us in our houses as youth watch some of these channels? How many of us? We are looking for opportunities to work within where we are, to work within the geographical location where we are, or within the country or whatever. But how many of us even take time to sit down and watch some of these programs?
But the local channels, isn't that where you're supposed to really get the youth?
That is where you are supposed to get to youth. But realistically, with all due respect, sir, youths don't watch these channels. That's the truth. I am a realistic person, so I tell you what I know a fellow youth can do. A lot of us don't watch some of these programs. A lot of us don't. And sadly, this is where you will get opportunities. This is where you see opportunities. This is where you get a lot of things, where you can develop yourself, learn a skill. You have a grant, you're learning a skill already, or you're finished learning a skill, you want to set up yourself. You see opportunities for grant, you see opportunities for startup, and some of these other good opportunities that we have, like the one Edo Job is offering. But how many of us are subscribing to these channels that will give us these opportunities? How many of us? We are there on the social media, and a lot of I'm not against social media. I'm of course I understand the benefits that social media has, but how many of us as youth are really looking at the right places to get opportunities that will help us.
All
How
right.
many
Now,
of us?
you rightly mentioned some of the opportunities that Edo Jobs are creating. I know that about 2 weeks ago, is it up to 2 weeks, they hosted a media engagement session to showcase what they have on ground.
Okay.
Mr. You perhaps Elijah can perhaps throw more light on that what you offer and the youths that are there. We saw some of them when we were on a tour. Some of them training ongoing. How do you push them just so that it doesn't just stop at that training level?
Sorry, you answered the guy, but I want you to respond to that what he said about being on local channels alone. And
Okay.
yeah, maybe what you can do, yes, and then you now continue.
Let me respond to your question first. So now, regarding the youth not watching local channels, I can tell you one ways we've been able to reach out to some of these youths. One, those that are not on social media, they are not watching the social media, they are on social media. I can tell you most youths, they either have a Facebook account, they have an Instagram account. Edo Job is there at Edo Job. You can follow at Edo Job and you see all our opportunities there. There's no programs we want to do, we don't publish it there. We post it there, you can see it, and our application process are so seamless. If you don't apply online, you find it difficult to apply online, you walk to any of our job centers. We have job centers, 2 in Benin, 1 in Usain. The one in Benin is at Edo Innovation Hub at IC Road of Wire Road. We have one at Edo Production Center inside the Magistrate Court premises. We have at Uromi at the SDG building along Police Station Road. We have one in Auchi at the Secretariat Road. We have one at Ira behind the local government secretariat. You can walk into any of this facility and all our programs on Edo Job, you'll be aware of it. Now, to add to what you said, what we do as part of our sensitization, we visit churches, especially on every Sundays. We go to different churches because you see this youth in church and sometimes in mosques. We go to there's no Sundays we don't. We schedule different churches. We'll be going from area to in all the big and small churches around to tell them about opportunities in Edo Job. Because one thing, if you are not aware of an opportunity, you might not be able to apply for it or be able to benefit from it. So we, on our own, we do that. We do what we call market sensitization. We go to markets to share flyers because we believe that people go to the markets to see how we can target these young people, to let them know about our opportunities. And we always advise them to visit our job centers.
But what you keep saying opportunities.
Yes,
what are these opportunities?
Fantastic. So we have opportunities in different sectors. I would start from the vocational sector. Now, we run vocational training programs. And these programs are all inclusive. When I mean all inclusive, whether you are physically challenged, you are a returning migrant, as long as you are ready to learn. We run trainings on fashion design. We have an ongoing training. When last time you visited our office, you saw training on fashion design ongoing. We have training on leather work ongoing. We have by Monday we are starting a program on POP and tiling in Hirua. We have another one tiling at Uromi and POP at Isako West Auchi. We have pastry making training at Ubiaja. We have pen production training at Isako East, as Agene Bode, and Isako Central Fuga. So we have trained, all these programs are scattered across the 18 local governments. Between now and July, the end of July, we have about 10 training programs we've planned in 10 local governments. So you can walk to any of our job centers and you have access to this and apply for it. Our application process is free. It has no cost. Once you apply for it, you'll be shortlisted for it. And you can get the skills. And we don't just leave you there. Because I know you was asking,
I was going to ask, yes. How do you grow them to become entrepreneurs?
So what we do, basically, when you finish this training, there are 2 ways. Let me share 2 models with you. Now, we have the fashion hub at Edo Innovation and the leather work factory at Edo Innovation Hub. Once you finish from our fashion training or our leather works training, we have facilities that are available to use. You have unrestricted access to use this facility for free. For example, I've done this training, I get a job outside or I search for a job outside. I go to that facility, I make my shoe, make my bag, make my belt, and I live for free. I use that facility as long as I want till I'm strong enough or till I have an opportunity to obtain grants to set up on my own, to go. With that alone, you see yourself, oh fine, you start producing and start making money for yourself. The same model applies to the fashion. For outside that, for other areas like the POP and tiling, we provide you with the tools you need. Like for those going through our tiling training and our, for example, we'll give you just a cutter. Cutter is the most important element you need for tiling. We'll give it to you as starter pack. Then we don't just end there. You have to go through our business class. We do what we call we do a business training on financial management. We do training on product photography and packaging.
All right, sorry, let me cut you short. You continue, but let's open the phone lines. It will be displayed shortly on your screen. You can call in, make your contributions, and ask questions. The phone lines will be displayed shortly on your screen. You can continue.
Now, for this business trainings are for those that have gone through our skills programs. So when you go through the business training, so you will now understand, oh, what it means to set up, what you do, what is required to run a business. When you go through the product photography class, you understand that you are not just only displaying your product online, but there's a quality in terms of the picture quality that you need, how to take the right picture of your product and display it online. So these programs are key. So we believe that once you go through all these programs, and with the support which we provide for you, like we also provide, whenever we have grant opportunities, we share it to our beneficiaries so that they can still access funding for them that want to grow. So with these starter packs and this business support we provide for you, we expect you from the little level you are, you should step up a little, you should grow, because we believe that you don't get to that stage overnight. You start growing from step to step. That's why we offer the business training is not just one time off. You can do a week on business, people management, financial management, HR management. For this, you can do another week.
Okay. Sorry. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Barry.
Oh, good morning,
good
Mr.
morning.
Sonny. That's you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sekene.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I've already sent a message to your father number that the numbers are not going. They thank God that you remember to put it on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sincerely speaking, I would like to say good morning to your guests and thank them for trying to at least speak from their point of view. But I did not agree with my young man on the time, the suit, who says that the youth are not ready. That would be a contradiction to what you have displayed so far from the various work that you are doing. And I saw people on the stage, they are over 50, they are youths. And I saw some of those folks that are trying to repair, they are youths. The question I would have loved to ask if we were having a personal interaction is to find out how you grew up. You see, the way we grow up matters a lot. And I can tell you, what you are trying to do right now is damage control. And it's going to be difficult to be able to get it right within 4 years or 8 years. When you have seen people who are doing like this on the streets, I do a lot of research. My research has been the Chinese, South Korea, and the Japanese. For example, Japan has 98% literacy rate. That shows that everybody in Japan is literate. If you look at the Chinese, during coronavirus, the CDC was in the farm, and the reporter asked him, what are you doing in the function of safeguarding yourself, becoming president and running a rally? The man said that because of this lockdown, many people will be hungry, will need food. He basically supervised their farm to see what was coming up from there. Now, if you look at the fish farm in Japan, in China, government set up those fish farms, and they gave them everything and assigned to fellow citizens. Then when you sell, the leftover government buys from you, return the money back to you. We didn't have such opportunity. So in fact, the whole of them who grew up in the city, because of it now, it's 16, 10, 9, 7, 8 years, they are selling such water on the street. Now, those people do not have the head for father or mother. Now, we have gotten so far. For you to not make that parent to say you want to come and do, and come and learn skills and all that, the person already starts money. My daughter now is going to school in September. I have to go put her in a tailoring shop now. The estate where I live, they have also a tailoring shop there. But because of I don't want my daughter to be misled, I have to go pay extra money somewhere where she can be safe and be able to go back to school, not become a nuisance to society. Now, if we don't do that, my daughter would have known. I have to say, you have to go learn a skill while you stay at home till September. But there are some people that don't do that. You know they are charging over 180,000 naira. Now, today I was in mission to try and see how much I can buy and see if I can make a contribution to buy a sewing machine. All this time, I just buy it. Government would have done that. What I am saying is that, of course, people who have been on the street who have done production for over 7, 10, 9 years, you cannot expect that data to be interested in the skill you're talking about because the thinking, how long will it take you to make money? So that's why I think that since they are going to church, I have not seen them. I cannot argue with that because I also need for church to church because I do leadership. So maybe the way I went to, they were not there. They went to the way I've already left. So I will try to encourage them to do more. And lastly, there is no electricity. And now I don't think now you can see that they enjoy some power. So you cannot expect to enjoy some power. Now somebody enjoys some power. So you may be having an opportunity to look at this. Don't tell us to know how their phone is already their video. And to don't give them all the budget to start watching what the government is doing. So I'm trying to encourage your guests that maybe what they can do, they can make an announcement. Maybe they can, like from the office in Ministry of Information, they can make an announcement so that one can reach more people. Because I can tell you what I'm doing right now, I encourage people to take on speed, that it will help you. So the fact that Chinese did it, Japanese did it, and when they don't do it, doesn't mean we have to feed back. The next from somebody else, like what I'm saying now, they show that we're already encouraged for our own individual to that space. So we're going to do more, see how they can reach more people, especially in the marketplace, so that children can go back to school. I tell you right now, there's a boy selling vegetable market, vegetable on Lagos Street. His father is going to pass away. I have to pay for 2 years for him. And we are something that will do something. So when doctors don't say that because I don't want people to fix that they have money, it's the fact that we are making. But
Okay.
when you go back to Lagos Street and say, we have a point for you to make it, maybe you would like to just thank you and good morning and God bless.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Mr. Sonny.
There was something I took out of that, and that is outside those who are willing or, who have access to get information, what is your agency doing to get people who would want to work, acquire a skill and be an entrepreneur, but don't have the knowledge of how to go about it?
Fantastic. So you've acquired the skills. So like I was talking
Or
about.
even if you have not acquired
If no,
the skills.
like those who,
already
people.
have want to be an
Yes.
Now, in terms of the entrepreneurship skills, I would like to say this. One, we have a partnership with one Enterprise Development Center and the Mastercard Foundation. Now, they provide entrepreneurship building, capacity building training for Nigeria. So I do a job in partnership, in collaboration with them. We want to train about 1,000 entrepreneurs across the state. These are basically young people from 35 years downward. So they will be trained on everything that's to do with entrepreneurship. Basically, it's an online training because you don't have to, because the youth, you see them, they're always busy online. So you can register, sign up for these training programs on what I'll normally say people management, human resource management, tax related issue, everything that has to do with it. So you can sign up for this program and you'll be taken through. The good thing is your data you spend for it, if you complete this program, you'll be provided, you'll credit you at least 2,000 naira back to you for the data you use for the program. We also have, I'm sorry, I want to say this before out. We also have a partnership with Konga Nigeria for the Edu online marketplace, whereby it provides you access to market. We intend to onboard 1,000 businesses as merchants on the Konga platform. The Konga has very large and wide reach. So we believe that if this small business program, because the state government on its own has paid for 3 months subscription for 1,000 businesses in Edo State. So young people that you just started, you have this product, you can sign up for this program. Come to our job center, you sign up for this program. We take you through on product photography, how to make your product look attractive in the market. We can enlist it on this platform so you can get more buyers for this product. So on our own, then there are opportunity whereby you can access loan. There's the EDSG, POI, MSME fund. It's a loan scheme. Those down the pyramid, you can access between 1,000 to 500,000. So the way it is, the condition what you just did, when they made it very easy for you. Your guarantor, just your pastor can serve as your guarantor, your imam can serve as your traditional ruler, maybe your village chief can stand in as your guarantor at just 9% interest rate, which is lower than the normal one the banks charges, or even the microfinance bank charges. Then for SMEs, you can access between 1 million naira to 10 million naira on this loan, and the interest rate is just 5%. Imagine you taking a loan of 1 million naira, you're only paying interest of 50,000, which is 5%. So with this, we expect with the skills. So you want to scale up, we've gathered the skills. You just need some funding to grow your business. You can take advantage of all these programs. They are there for you. But the truth is that a lot of persons are not aware of this. We keep on, from time to time, we keep sensitizing the public on all these programs we do. For those interested in the ICT sector, they're doing Innovation Hub.
Yes, I was going to ask if it's just about fashion designing and all of that.
Going from you can, for a beginner, someone that cannot operate the computer, don't know where the mouse is or anything, you can start from the beginner level to advance, to start doing cloud computing, AI, data science from the computer appreciation program. These programs are free. Just visit Edu Innovation Hub. They will show you the list of programs you can sign up for. At every level, we have a program for you. Even for those in the agri sector, there are farmers. Oh, I'm a farmer. I need to, what to do? We do trainings for my soilless agriculture, cassava, poultry farm. There are programs we can do to help you on this. Even if you decide, because we've realized lately that most youth in Edo State now are keen into the entertainment, the creative part. We have programs for script writing, cinematography. We have a partnership with Rock TV to shoot a movie in Edo State. So you can come for auditioning, so you can be even part of the cast and crew for this program, for this project. So there are a lot we do. But if you are not, the other side is not government, that's what they say. Come around, you see yourself. There is a popular saying, seeing is believing. If you don't come around and see what we do and participate in one of these programs, see if they are really impactful or not. As we speak, we have a solar panel installation training going on. We need people to be part of this project so we can have more solar engineers. We have about 200 slots left for people to take part in this training. It's at the Edu Innovation Hub. So you just visit this center and you can join the training. It's free of charge. There are opportunities here and there. It's just for you to just come around. I encourage all Edo youth, all Edo resident. You want to learn his skills, visit any of our job centers, the two in Benin, the one in Usen, the one in Uromi, Irua, Auchi. Visit those centers. They will share all our opportunities you can benefit from. Then you now realize that, wow, there's a lot you can gain from this government.
Hello, good morning.
This is Sonny.
All right.
Yes, please.
If you know how much it's costing me to watch you on YouTube, you will know that it's not easy.
No, but we're actually transmitting live on terrestrial.
I don't have light.
Oh.
Okay, so you are watching from YouTube.
Yeah, that's why I said it's costing me more. I'd like to ask a question. I've always wanted to come, but because I'm a staff and I do more of the literature work here and they have not had time. I'm 47.
Yes.
Can I do, because you keep talking about the youth. Am I not youth enough to...
Okay, can I?
So
Okay.
I'd like to call the message for Latin Friday to just find out which area I can fit in.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Mr. Elijah.
Thank you so much, sir. So now, our programs cut across, they are across all age. Okay.
Yes.
Now, someone that says 47, you want to do the agri programs, you are into farming. Most people that even do agri are in the middle age, from 35 upwards. You can join the agri program. You feel, I can act in movie. You can come for audition. You can go for the auditioning, or you can participate in all our script writing training, so you can write scripts on into the creative sector. Even in the vocational skills center, they are we make our training open. If you feel, oh, fine, I can learn if it's a woman, I say it's cosmetology she want to learn. We won't chase you there, whether you are 50. You can learn how to make it, because those are very little to learn. Or you say you want to learn pastries making, you can learn that.
Okay.
I think you should.
Let me get to Mr. Ebo. You know, earlier he said that youths don't watch their the mainstream media. They are just solely on social media. Is it not? But these informations are there. Is it just that because they're on radio, they're on television, that these youths just chose what to hear, or that they don't trust or believe that these opportunities actually exist?
I still think, I think personally you should do more of even this mainstream media, because I believe that people watch, like Mr. Sonny just
Sonny's
called
calling
back
that,
again,
yes.
and he's always watching the program, and he says because he doesn't have light.
Right.
That
So
is
he's
why
watching from
he's
YouTube.
Ordinarily, he would have watched the normal mainstream media.
Okay, let me quickly react to that. When I said youth, majorly, most of them likely, when I made that statement that most of them don't watch mainstream media, I am not saying some of these things are not broadcasted there. Of course, we have social media and we have mainstream media all at our beck and call. We only choose what is convenient to us, what we feel like. The information are there. And
Okay.
a lot of us watch it most times, but we choose what to watch. That's what me I
Okay.
Okay, now Mr.
we
Elijah
just
has
have
said.
a choice to make
Okay,
on what we want to watch.
Mr. Elijah has said now these opportunities are there, and you are President Innovative and Creative Youths Forum. Do you key into these opportunities? Do you push your members to key into these opportunities?
Yes, actually, I have been hearing about Edo jobs. I was even out of the state when I started. The first time I heard about Edo job, I was in Abuja. So coming down here, I visited their office personally last week to make some kind of inquiries, and I was wowed really at the level of work that have been done there. What they do there, the kind of services they offer there, they are top notch, and there are things that outside the states here, you want to access those kind of services, you pay heavily for it. But over there in Edo job, I discover they do it free, and these are some of the things the government has done, and really, as a person, I appreciate it. And my team, I and my team, definitely, like I discussed with him before now, that we will definitely come there again and look at where we can key in. It's a good thing, and I advise my fellow youths too. You can visit Edo jobs and then see how you can get yourself a skill, get empowered, and then the world will be a better place for everyone. Thank you.
All right, we'd have loved to
Yes,
continue this conversation, but maybe some other time
Yes.
we'll do a part 2. But thank you
Yes.
so much, Mr. Ebo God's Gift, for your time, and of course, Elijah Ehikweme. Thank you so much for your time on the program this morning. All right, here we'll call it a wrap on the program. Mr. Sonny, thank you for always calling in. Thank you for watching. See you next week.